Hi, and welcome back to our Kiiroo TV podcast. It's been a while since we've been online, but here we are, back again. As usual, I'm Ashton. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager at Kiiroo, and today I'm so excited to introduce our favorite, Alec Hardy.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're very happy to have you. So for everybody in the audience that doesn't know who you are, how about you give an introduction?
Okay, sure. I'm Alec Hardy. I mostly focus on sex toy reviews online. I do safe for work versions and not safe for work versions as well. So completely nude, showing the actual usage of the toys. And I like to talk about tips and tricks on how to make certain toys work for certain people because they are mostly not one size fits all. So that's basically what I do.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like you have a very sex-filled life, if you could say it like that. Yeah. Do you spend most of your days doing this, or?
Yes, I'm not spending most of my days masturbating with the toys though, but sometimes I do get like exhausted.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. But I spend hours and hours every day because there's so many toys.
Yeah.
Unimaginably.
We've seen
lots
your
of
sex
toys.
toy stash behind you.
And the hard thing about that is after I get them and I do the reviews,
Yeah.
I have so many, I'm not using all of them. And there are some that I will never use again, but I can't really give them to my friends like, hey, here's my slightly used butt plug. It should be clean, but just give it a proper rinse.
Yeah. Oh
So,
my goodness. Yeah, I completely understand that.
yeah,
There is a huge market for secondhand sex toys, though.
there is. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe that could be something else you could put online.
Yeah. I'm also a hoarder, so if there's like there's a brand that I like, Kiiroo.
Oh.
I
thank you.
I would, even if I never use a toy again, which doesn't happen usually with Kiiroo toys, I would just keep it because I need the full collection obsessively. So
Okay, well, that's good to know. So let's wind back then. How long have you been in the industry? How did you get started? Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so basically eight and a half years ago is when I started. I had a girlfriend back then, and she was working at a very low wage job, and we were looking for alternatives basically. And I was Googling like what you can do from home to earn some money, and I came across, I think it was a Live Jasmine ad. I was pretty sure that it was going to be a scam, but we were like, fuck it, what's the worst thing that could happen? So we spent a few hours. The first $100 we got a check, or a payout, not a check, and we were like, okay, this might be working. But I had two full-time jobs back then.
Oh, wow.
So basically, she started the camming thing full time, but I really enjoyed it, so I stayed on the sidelines. Camming wasn't really my favorite, so I switched over to content, and on my videos, I started to show off some toys that I really liked, and people started to like those videos, and it kind of organically pivoted towards toy reviews, basically.
Okay, so would you consider yourself more of like a content creator or a reviewer or both?
I would say both. Maybe 60% reviewer and 40% content creator, because I really enjoy the actual content creation. And I really think that I'm in kind of a unique position where I have a lot of background. Like I started editing videos when I was 12, and I did a lot of audio work when I was 14 and 16. So it was kind of a hobby of mine. So editing the videos and stuff comes naturally for me. And I've been working in tech for almost 20 years. So I can easily have a deep understanding on how the APIs and everything works in the background. So I can figure out if something is doing something, what might be behind it, and how it could be tweaked, or if it's not working for someone. I'm a pretty creative guy, so I'm always having a lot of fun coming up with ideas on how to use a toy in creative ways, basically.
Okay, that's interesting. I never thought about it that way, but yeah, it sounds like you're really an all-rounder. You are behind the camera, in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You're putting everything together from A to B, or A to Z, I guess you could say. Okay, perfect. So now still winding back to the beginning, what was it like, or what is it like with your friends and family? Do they know what you do?
Yes. Yeah, everybody knows. If somebody doesn't like, they are just not becoming my friends. And I am very lucky with family. So basically, the only person that doesn't know is my grandma, who is too old to even...
She'll never come across that on the internet.
Yeah, even explaining the internet to her would be kind of a challenge. So there's just,
Okay, well, that's good to know. And you said that your girlfriend cams or was camming. Were you camming with her, or were you behind the camera?
So we started as a couple, and we were doing that for a few weeks. But so the minute rates as a couple were the same as a solo performers. So there was just no point in for two-person being there for the same amount of money. So I think she still does camming. So
okay.
Yeah.
I take it you're not together anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were to wind back again to the beginning, is there anything you would have done differently? Any advice you could give yourself, past Alex could give future Alec?
Oh yes, way too many.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so first advice: go to therapy sooner and care about your mental health sooner. Learn to set your boundaries sooner. Just because someone is in a private show with you and he is actually paying by the minute, it doesn't mean that you have to do everything they say. If you have limits, you can say no. Because I had to go through these and learn these the hard way.
Yeah.
And there was this, I think it was 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when I was still camming and besides making the videos. And I was really struggling with setting boundaries. And there was one member specifically who was really pushy and really found joy in me making me overstep my boundaries, basically. And I realized this, but I couldn't stop the shows immediately. But I was like, okay, let's try to... I was bringing this into my therapy sessions and try to at least learn from it or like overcome something with this. And I did eventually, but by the end, I was so exhausted that I needed to take a mental health month, which turned into an entire year that I was not coming. I was not really making content because I needed to recover from that. So,
yeah, I guess that must be quite scary, having somebody that you've probably never met before, probably will never ever meet, but they're so controlling over what you're doing or how you're doing it. And you would think that, with the internet, you could just close it. But if you're mentally getting sort of stuck in this cycle, wow. Okay, so that's, something that I would never have thought of. Anything else that you would tell yourself?
Yes, don't get into edging this much. Because edging is fun, but after I got to a point where I was having 6-hour sessions a day, it was really hard to do anything else that was not edging. And
maybe you want to explain edging for those that are not entirely sure.
Edging is basically when you are playing with yourself and reaching almost an orgasm and stopping at the last minute. Like, it's really good for training for stamina and orgasm control, but I got a little out of hand for me because I was getting really good at it, so I needed more and more stimulation to make it risky, or I don't know, to get to really to that point where I need to exercise even more control. And that got me to a point where my dick was basically working like, if it's receiving constant, intense stimulation, it is rock hard. I can get off, I can get really close, but I can do that for hours if I want to. But as soon as the stimulation stops, that's it.
Okay, so I mean, I guess it's a blessing and a curse for being on cam, right? Because they want to see you hard, but also yeah, you don't want to just come for anyone, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so you said that you were camming and doing content at the same time. Where do you host your content?
Multiple platforms right now. I have my own personal site, alechardy.com, and I have my OnlyFans. I do have a free OnlyFans, but I basically never post there. I sometimes upload the paid clips as PPV posts, but not even that. I basically don't really use my paid OnlyFans either as the standard OnlyFans thing. I don't post daily. I don't really text in messages. I use it kind of like an adult Patreon. So what I do there is basically, besides the reviews, I do live streams where I actually, when I receive a toy, I unbox it. I try it out on a live stream for the first time. I talk about how it feels. We are figuring out shit together because I'm really good at not reading the manuals.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So I like to dive in without the manual first and then feel really stupid when I read the manual. And so those goofy experiences, and because the actual reviews take me quite a while to get them published. So if someone's on my OnlyFans, they usually see the toys sometimes months before the actual review ends up on YouTube or Pornhub. So.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. And do you have a sort of standard base of people that come on to watch you do the reviews? Your go-tos?
A few of them, yes. I have a few really core members who are most of the time there, but I'm super bad with schedules, and I'm super bad with giving notifications ahead of time. So I'm usually like, okay, I'm fucking exhausted. I need to work, but I can't. So I'm just gonna go live now. And when everybody's sleeping and it's like 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. my time, it's just nobody's gonna come on.
Normally when we're exhausted, we go to sleep, not thinking about clicking and going live.
Yeah. Well, actually for me, this is a tricky one because this was part of why I started camming, why I restarted camming. And so after we tried it with my then girlfriend, I kept to my programming jobs and occasionally checked the sites to be up to date to be able to help her. But I was procrastinating a lot because I didn't enjoy my programming works, and the go-to procrastination at like 3 a.m. for me was like jerking off. But I then felt bad for not working. I got up early to be able to work, and I'm not working, I'm just here jerking off. Hold on. If I'm on Chatterbait while I'm doing this, I'm technically working.
Yeah.
So that was the loophole that I used to convince myself. Yeah.
And do you think that you would turn this into a full-time career? Because you did mention that you hate your day job.
I actually did turn this into a full-time career. So right now, I still have one day job that is basically kind of depends on how much work there is, but I'm basically like, I'm on retainer. And sometimes there's a lot of work, sometimes there's no work, but it pays really good money, so it would be stupid to throw it away. But it gives me a lot of freedom. So I would say that I have 4 or 5 hours a day to spend on things I like. It's not nearly enough because I'm writing posts, I'm making the videos, I'm filming, I'm editing everything. So it's not nearly enough, but
sounds like you need an Alec Jr. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said you spend 4 to 5 hours a day on this. Can you describe a typical day in Alec Hardy's life then?
Yes, sure. A typical day looks like this. So my studio is in my garage because it's
very
nice
close to your bedroom. Yeah.
Nice and big, and I can fit all my stuff there. So basically, I go make myself a coffee, go outside to the garage, and realize what kind of a mess I left from last day, which sends me into an ADHD panic block that I need to clean up, but I need to work, and then I do nothing. And eventually I overcome this. And when I do, I either... so I like to plan what I'm going to do for the next week and then not use that plan. So I kind of just what comes. I'm looking around, okay, what deadlines are that I have, what toys are, how my dick feels, for example, because, you know, there are lots of toys. If I just, I don't know, recorded 3 cum shots last day, I'm not going to be able to thoroughly test the stroker, for example. So basically I'm figuring out on the fly.
Okay.
I'm trying to manage the chaos that I am.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like my brain sometimes. Too much happening and not enough hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, circling back to camming, or maybe not camming, but how did you get your first sex toy, interactive sex toy? How did you get into sex toy reviewing? And how did you get introduced to Kiiroo?
Okay, so actually, it was here in Amsterdam.
Oh,
So
yeah?
yes, I was here in 2016, and so the sex stores in Hungary, they are getting better now, but they are like if they were still from the Soviet era. So like the weird plastic that has the scratches all over, and you can see that the dildo is already like kind of melting on the inside, and you would now want to put that into your body.
Not body
and
safe,
like
yeah.
the price tag is overstick like 3 times already. Nah.
Yeah.
So, but when I came to Amsterdam, sex shops here had like big brands and like nice looking boxes, nice colors, silky smooth silicone. So I was like, okay, fuck, these look good.
Yep.
And so the first thing that got me into toys were actually the colors and the materials.
Do you like it brighter or more phallic or like?
I like every shade of purple and pink. And
Still butterflies and rainbows with you.
yes,
Yeah.
always. So that's what got me to go to all the stores. Basically, I spent 8 days going to sex stores here, and I just a little bit overspent my budget that I set aside for this 8 times. And I was happy that I had a checked bag because it was full.
Imagine what the security people would say when they open your bag.
Yeah. And so the first stage was this, but the last day when I was here, I just did a last round. I've been to all the shops, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run one more round. And it was actually a Hot Octopus Pulse. It was the Pulse 2 Duo back then, and it was like discounted. I was like, fuck, I don't have any more money. But I do have my savings card, so let's do this. And before that toy, I was like, okay, all sex toys are the same. There's just like an artificial pussy or like a dildo, and that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe it vibrates. But that toy gave me such a different sensation that I never experienced before, and that made me curious. Like, okay, maybe there is more to this than just stroking your cock with a different material and putting something inside you. So
Okay. That's awesome. Well, as you know, we co-produced the Hot Octopus Pulse Solo Interactive. How is that different from the original Pulse Duo that you tried?
Well, the interactivity is super fun.
Yeah, but
So-
like the oscillation, is it different? I mean,
No, I would say
5 years is a long time. Yeah.
So I think the main idea behind that pulse plate technology is so good it doesn't need any refinement.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I think maybe it has a little more power
Yeah.
since then, but because this has the turbo button and everything, so you can turn it up to 11, and I
Yeah.
like turning things up to 11. So
Yeah.
but otherwise the interactivity is super cool with it.
Okay. And did you ever cam using interactive products?
Yes.
And how was that?
Yes. Well, without those, my earnings were super low. So people really love it. So now I don't really do cam, but for example, on my OnlyFans, I don't always just do toy unboxing streams.
Yep.
So when I'm bored, I really want to engage with those people. So I'm sometimes playing games. I
Okay.
used to play like fast-paced first-person shoot like Overwatch, but I can't really watch a chat window and actively communicate. And they were basically watching my face in the super weird concentration face mode. So nowadays I'm playing like Portal, like older games or horror games, and I wanna actually just. So what I really like, for example, with the links that I can share from the Feel app is that it's not a one-time use link. So what I want to do is actually use the Lumen and play horror games and just publish my link to them. So everybody who joins can just scare the shit out of me. So.
Okay. Oh, well, fun fact about the Lumen, Alex's butt. Alex's butt was the the molder of that, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I gave a lot of feedback on
Yeah, we sent prototypes from the US all the way to I don't know if I can say where you're from.
in Hungary. Yeah,
Yeah, to Hungary and back to Amsterdam and back to the US. So international butt plug tester, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I'm going to move on to clips, because you do make a lot of clips, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me how that works? Like, is it on OnlyFans? Do you sell clips? Or?
Multiple places too. So mostly on OnlyFans, yes. And I upload those to my personal site as well. I used to upload them to ManyVids.
Oh, yeah.
But not really anymore. And the main reason is because most of my clips are toy reviews, basically.
Yep.
And so the main income source there is me, like, at least advertising a link.
Yep.
And I'm not really comfortable charging a lot of money for these clips, because that's not the point for these.
Yeah.
And on ManyVids, they stopped allowing any sort of links anywhere. So there's really no point in me rendering out a different version that doesn't have a link and putting it up for, I don't know, $2 when they can find the same video for free on my site. So basically OnlyFans and my site.
And do people send you custom requests?
They used to. So back in the day when it was less toy reviews and more just sex clips, I got a lot of more custom video requests. Ever since I pivoted towards the reviews, I get a lot of requests for toys to review. But I have actually 1.5 months ago, I stopped accepting new toys. So I'm not accepting new toys.
You hear that?
Not from all brands.
Oh, okay.
So I want to focus on more, because I kept getting so many offers, and after a while, I was getting very similar toys, and if I needed the volume and to make enough content, but I'm luckily at the point where I can say that, okay, I have churned out enough toys, I have enough different types of toys, and now I can focus on what really excites me, if there's a new toy that's super exciting, or I can dive a little bit deeper into tips and guides and stuff, like when I did the how to make the Onyx Plus work for you if your cock is too small or something.
Yeah. Okay. So, awesome. So how many sex toys do you think you have?
Holy shit, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think over 100, that's for sure. Somewhere between 100 and 200. And actually it was so fun, because there used to be this commercial, I think it was a Heineken commercial, when there was these friends coming over to this couple, and the girl was showing the other girls her wardrobe, and there's like walk-in wardrobe with a lot of shoes, and everybody's going crazy. And then the guy had a walk-in fridge with all the Heinekens, and everybody was super cool. And basically I have my own walk-in sex shop closet. So
used sex toys. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that you go home and count now for us. Maybe you can make a clip out of it.
I will.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I don't have any more questions. Do you have any more questions for me?
I do.
Yeah.
What's next?
Oh, what's next?
What's the next big thing?
Oh, the next big thing. Yeah. I think, we're going to discuss that in the next 30 minutes, right? But for Kiiroo, I guess, we've got Feel Me AI that we just soft launched. That will be the future of adult entertainment. So, Feel Me is our baby for now. Let's see how long for. And as you know, Feel Me is an AI machine learning technology that turns all legal content on the internet interactive. We have made sure that illegal sites are not compatible. And that includes YouTube, because there's a lot of things on there that you shouldn't be connecting your sex toys to.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So you also can't connect to YouTube. So that is the current project that we're working on. We do have a lot more new products up our sleeves, a few more Feel Stars before the end of the year. We've got some new vibes coming out. So there's a few things in the works, and yeah, most of them confidential. So we will show you later, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Filming
Yeah.
is really exciting.
Yeah. So yeah, Alec, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you are very welcome. And after we tour our office with you, we'll be back to talk about the industry and about interactive sex technology.
Awesome.
So, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.